You know when something's just so stupid you can't help but stop and watch it? Well, when prices are stupidly good, these are knives you're definitely going to want to pay attention to because the prices on some of these are indeed just plain stupid. Hey everyone, David C. Anderson here, coming at you from the KnifeCenter, and these stupidly good knife deals today are in response to a reader question. Let me give it to you right here. From Kevin Stryker. What is the most surprising or impressive knife for the value, in your opinion? The best bang for your buck knife, perhaps? Note, it does not have to be a buck knife. Well, I actually don't have any buck knives on the table.
There goes my one joke.
There goes Thomas's one joke. Say hello to Thomas behind the camera, everyone. So this is a perfect time of year to kind of consider this question. While some of these knives in front of me have been on sale at these prices for a little bit now, others have kind of just rolled in. Manufacturers are, putting things on discount for the holiday season. And there are literally some prices here where I look at them and go like, how in the world are they able to manage these prices on these knives? Let's go through a few, shall we? The first one is probably the most significant discount out of anything here in terms of percentage. Maybe not in terms of actual dollars. We'll get some even bigger dollar discounts further on. But this knife right here, it is the Mantis Sabot, or Sabot, if you want to pronounce it that way. The Sabot 3. Normally, this is a $90 premium M390 steel fixed blade knife. You could call it a neck knife, you could call it a pocket fixed blade because the sheath does indeed enable pocket fixed blade carry. That is a big thing at this time of year. 90 bucks normally, this is 30 bucks right now. Just insane. Several different versions of handle material and blade finish options. There's even a 154 cm steel option, but that's actually the same price as the M390. They're all just under that 30 bucks, $29.95 right now. But for the M390 especially, that's a fantastic way to get your hands on a very premium steel at a very stupidly low price. 2.5 inch blade, upswept tip, very acute. It's going to work just fine as an everyday carry. Thanks to that acute tip, you'll be able to open boxes and packaging no problem. But with this kind of karambit-like styling with the finger ring here, it's also going to be very well implemented as a self-defense item if that is your thing. You can do that very easily with this. Red twill carbon fiber on the handles for this one. You see a little bit of the red twill actually coming out on this one. Some of the other handles are a little cleaner, but the red is just a little more eye-catching. And the sheath, as shown before, is Kydex. It has this nice sprung clip right here carried inside the waistband or in the pocket. Very convenient way to integrate this into the daily carry rotation of you or anyone who you think might appreciate this type of knife this holiday season. Next up, we got some classy, or maybe not classy, but folders that are going to feel more expensive than the price these on sale prices would lead you to believe. The first is the Kershaw Norad. It's a very sleek design. You've got stainless steel handles with carbon fiber inlays on the front and the back. You've got a frame lock. You've got a 3.3 inch D2 blade with a very crisp satin grind. Two-tone, of course, because you've got the matte finish there on the fullers. Non-assisted, this is a fully manual ball bearing equipped flipper. The action is great. Normally, this is a $75 knife. It's on sale for just under $40 right now. Ton of knife for the money and ton of kind of extra refinement. It's nicer than a lot of those just like G10 and D2 bladed folders that have proliferated these last few years. And while good from a performance standpoint, certainly, they don't feel quite as special as a knife like this. And this certainly feels special. The action, as mentioned, is nice and crisp. You could do it by flicking it with your finger, thanks to that fuller on there as well. Plenty of handle length there, even for larger hands, and a very tough working blade profile. Very, very cool. The next up that feels more special than the price is the CRKT Slacker, a Ken Onion design with the field strip tech, which I'll show you in just a minute. Normally this used to be a $70 knife. This is just under $28 right now. The blade, 3.3 inches long, 4116 stainless. So good, clean, basic stuff. Aluminum handles, very classy profile overall. And then as mentioned, the field strip. So what that is, you've got a wheel at the back and a switch around the pivot. Simply unscrew the thumb wheel at the back, trim all the way out, and then pop the switch at the front, and then the knife can be disassembled just like that. No tools necessary, makes it very easy to clean out. Pocket lint, fuzz, dirt, grime, juices, whatever happens to be in there. Very easy to flush out, and then very easy to put back together. And to me, the most impressive thing about this system ever since they introduced it, apart from the cool factor, which let's be honest, there is certainly a cool factor there, is the reassembly is very easy and very consistent.
Not so much when you're talking.
Apparently when I'm talking, I'm a little distracted. Let me, but anyway, all you do, set the scale right back on the top right there, re-screw the wheel, and then just flip the switch back into the locked position. And what you'll notice is the blade is perfectly centered yet again. Folks who have disassembled knives like unlike this before, where you actually are undoing screws, know that it can be sometimes tricky to have everything line up and fit perfectly once it's disassembled. But this, remarkably consistent each and every time, which is a very nice thing indeed. All right, now we got a couple things that are a little more classically basic, I should say. Just good, no-nonsense pocket knives. I mentioned the G10 D2 bladed flippers that have proliferated when we were talking about the Norad earlier. Here's one of them. The CIVIVI Mini Praxis. This has always been a very good deal at its normal price of just under 30 bucks. This is a few bucks off right now, just over 26. So not a huge dollar amount difference, but it's a great opportunity to, again, show a knife that is fantastic. 3-inch blade, D2 steel, G10 handles, liner lock, ball bearings in the pivot. It's essentially the same size and same materials as one of their much more popular knives, the Elementum, and yet it's about half the price right now of a standard Elementum, which is a big deal. You've got a deep carry pocket clip. It's inset into the G10 scales at the back. That's something the Elementum does not even do. You've got that liner lock, which works great. You've got very crisp action, and you've got a big enough handle there that, while not huge, is big enough. That's the key right there. And if you need a little more real estate, you've got that finger choil area where you can get a fingertip or something in there for finer work. Full flat grind on the D2 blade. It's just a great basic pocket knife. You could do so much worse than this at this kind of price range. Even the normal price of 30 bucks. There's a lot poorer choices you might be able to make. This would never be a bad choice at that money. Next ones normally are about 26 right now. They are just under $15, and that's the Ontario Ice Series Wraith knives. Very cool, very festive if you go with one of the green or red ones right here. These are gonna make great stocking stuffers in my opinion. You can get a couple of other different colors if you like as well. What you've got is a 2.6-inch blade. The steel here is AUS 8, which is way more than just a basic stainless you might expect at this price range, which is a very nice thing indeed. Cool drop point shape, just a hint of recurve, not too much that it's gonna be hard to sharpen, however. We've got a good, reliable lock back here, mid-mounted. No modern gimmicks going on, just something that is time-proven and reliable. The handles are lightweight. The whole knife weighs 1.5 ounces, so does not weigh you down whatsoever. You've got a pocket clip here. It is reversible to the other side, which is nice. Dual thumb studs, so great option for lefties or righties in looking for just another good, basic, classic little pocket knife. Very hard to go wrong for 15 bucks, especially. All right, next up, also from Ontario, their Rat Model 1 has long been a an icon of affordable knife performance, but prices have gone up in recent years. Standard AUS 8 models, which again, good stainless steel, a step above just basic entry-level stuff for sure. About 40 bucks normally. This is on sale now for a price that would have been at home a decade ago. This is 23 bucks right now for this version with the Foliage green injection molded handles and the 3.6-inch AUS 8 blade. Drop point shape, full flat grind. It works great for just about anything, quite honestly. Outdoors folks especially have appreciated this knife for a long time. It even does some tactical stuff decently well, and it's just an all-around good working blade for anyone who needs something that they're not going to feel guilty about really working hard. You've certainly got enough handle length there for even any size of larger or smaller hands to use. It's just a classic for good reason. 4-position pocket clip, liner lock for security, nice popping action, even though you don't have ball bearings here, but because you have these washers instead of ball bearings, even better for dirty and dusty environments for sure. Very cool to see this at these kind of prices again, so I wouldn't wait to grab a few if I were you. Now next up, kind of going along similar lines of something that like outdoors folks might appreciate, the REVO Ness. Very cool Nessmuck inspired flipper. This carbon fiber version with its D2 blade, normally just over 87 bucks, right now just under 38 bucks. So more than half off this knife right now. 3.6 inches on the blade, remarkably identical blade length in terms of on paper specs to that Ontario we just looked at. You've got carbon fiber for the handles, and this is actually full carbon fiber, as you can see. It's not just a carbon fiber layer on top of G10. So it's a little bit classier, a little bit nicer, a little bit more expensive to make as a result too. You've got ball bearings in the pivot for that nice glassy action. Very good flipping action. As you can see, deep carry pocket clip, flush mounted screw heads, and inset into the handle scales. Just a very, very cool, honestly, I'd say EDC. Like, this is obviously a pattern that is inspired by old school Nessmuck hunting knife patterns, but it's gonna be just as much at home day to day. I've carried one, not this fancier version myself, but it is a very cool pattern to just get out there and use. Very nice. Next up, this is actually a knife that I included in our Beat the Icon series when we were talking about the Rat 1 earlier. Classic outdoorsman's choice for a folding knife. This one, I think, gives it a little bit of a run for its money in some respects. This is not as on sale as the Ontario is right now, but this is the SOG Tellus FLK, normally priced at about 50 bucks right now, just under the $35 mark. And I should mention, actually, it is the orange one that is on sale as we are filming this video, but I happened to have one of these already out of the package. So this is the one I'm gonna show you on camera. Just keep in mind that the orange one is where you're gonna save the money right now. 3.65-inch blade, 440C, an American-made stainless steel for the blade. Very good performance at this price range, especially at a $35 on sale price range. Enough toughness thanks to the thickness on the blade itself, but with the almost full flat grind and that nice tall profile, it is still going to slice pretty well. It's going to be great for carving wood, working on stuff as you're camping, doing a little bit of food prep maybe, and just any other sort of everyday carry stuff too, beyond just that. The thing I like about this especially is the handle. It's supremely comfortable for my slightly larger than average hands, and it comes with a liner lock, but they've kind of cut out and attached part of the handle to the liner here so that it kind of behaves a little bit like a frame lock, but isn't a frame lock, if you know what I mean. The advantage of that over some liner locks, I'll show you this right here, sometimes things can kind of find their way into this gap and might prevent you from being able to close it in certain scenarios. Not a problem you're gonna have with the handle construction on this SOG. It's just very nice, especially at 35 bucks. Hard not to recommend this to anyone looking for a knife bargain right now. It also feels a little heavier duty. And that is going to give us a good segue onto some harder use fixed blade or folders, or at least what I consider to be some harder use folders. Now the first one here is actually not on sale, but this is a perfect opportunity to showcase just how stupidly good priced this knife is on any normal day. This is the Cold Steel SR1 Lite. Before I tell you the price, let me tell you what it is. 4-inch blade, 8CR series stainless, so not a lofty steel by any stretch of the imagination, but it's durable. When it's on a blade this thick, it is extra strong. And the triad lock that Cold Steel uses, which is a tweaked and stronger version of a typical lock back, all combined to give you just a true bruiser of a folder. It's not going to slice down piles of cardboard very satisfyingly. It's got too thick of an edge geometry for that, but anything that needs abuse, hard use, split some wood with it if you want to. But for the folks out there that pry with their knives, this might be an option. Not that I ever recommend prying with your knives. If you know someone who really abuses their stuff, this is the knife for them. And it's only 40 bucks. That's a stupidly low price, even on the best of days. I hope no one tells Cold Steel's parent company, because that's awesome. That's an awesome deal. Next up, these next few aren't going to be quite as ultra stout, but they are plenty stout. The first, we've got two from Steel Will. This is the Censor. 3.5-inch D2 blade here. There's a couple of different profiles available. I like the drop point in particular. You've got G10 handles with a liner lock, or sorry, these are injection molded handles with liner locks. Solid feeling knife here, priced at 40 bucks right now. Not as much of a splitting wedge as the SR1 Lites are, but much more edge retention thanks to the D2 steel on offer right here. And like the Ontario from before, we've got washers in the pivot here instead of ball bearings. So it has that resistance to grittier, dirtier environments, but Steel Will really does get them to flip well. Very, very well indeed. This thing leans a little more tactical perhaps, but any kind of EDC stuff, the edge pointing down like this is pretty nice. You might not want to use it as much in an outdoor scenario where things like the Ontario Rat might shine a little more. The ergonomics of the handle don't quite lend themselves to things like wood carving as much, but if that's not something you do, this could be a good option for you. The next one is, I think, a very underrated model, and it is still on sale, and that is the Steel Will Warbot. Used to be a bit over 100 bucks. They're at $70 right now. So not the hugest discount compared to some of the things here, but it is, in my opinion, for under $100, this is the tactical flipping knife that I would personally reach for. You got a 3.5-inch D2 blade, nice aggressive profile, thick but not too thick, enough height on the flat grind there as well to slice okay for other daily stuff, but you've got full length liners, you've got a metal backspacer and a glass breaker at the back, all overlaid with G10 handles right there. It is a nice size, not too big, not too small. It feels incredibly tough and it flips well. Same as the Censor. Washers in the pivot, nice, smooth, almost buttery flipping action to be had. Green G10 is also available, and that comes with a partially serrated edge if that's your thing. I like the Warbot a lot. Last folder we're going to look at, this is the Cold Steel AD10 Lite. It is not as chunky of a blade as the SR1, but the backbone of this knife is the same sort of thing. You've got the triad lock. You've got a very comfortable injection molded handle here. I like the shape of this very much. It lends itself nicely to a lot of things. This is a great outdoorsman's folder if you want something more nice or more premium than something like the Ontario or the SOG from before. The blade steel is AUS 10, so you've got really nice performance for a large folder at this price range. You've got a reversible clip. You've got just great design, great ergonomics. It is a wide knife, so it's not going to be something that a lot of folks would consider for everyday carry. If you want something a little more compact, this is not it. If you want a big chunky folder that's not gonna break the bank and still slices better than the SR1, at 70 bucks, this is quite nice indeed. Let's wrap things up with a couple of kitchen knife deals, and then I've got a surprise afterwards, so stick around. The first, they're all from Henckels actually today, Zwilling J.A. Henckels to be exact. The first is their Master Series. This is a 12-inch chef's knife. You can also get a 10-inch or an 8-inch chef's knife for 20 bucks right now. All of them are normally priced at 40, and 12 inches is definitely going to be too much for most folks. I don't even think I would necessarily want a 12-inch blade for my standard kitchen use. An 8 or a 10 is going to be more appropriate for me, but the fact that you can get even a 12-incher at 20 bucks is nice. The build quality feels good. Obviously, this is built down to a price in the first place, so it's not a premium knife experience, but the ergonomics are great and everything feels very, very well put together. Honestly, a pretty good competitor, I think, to the Victorinox Forstner or Fibrox handled knives that are very often recommended across a wide variety of different publications out there. This is not just coming from me, but that is an oft recommended knife. They're getting a little more expensive. Normal price on these is already undercutting those knives, and at half price right now, money all day, every day.
Well, half as much money.
Well, half as much money. If you do want something more premium though, the Henckels Twin 4-star series is worth checking out. This block set right now, 8-piece block set, normally is 400 bucks, and this is only 200 bucks right now. So it's half off. It's $200 off. You can get 2 for the normal price of 1 right now. And it's got the 3 essential kitchen knives I think everyone should have, that being a chef or Santoku knife, but you know, your 7 to 8 inch primary knife right there. You have got a serrated knife. This is a 7-incher. I usually prefer one a little bit longer, but this is fine. And you've also got that paring knife. Beyond that, you've got a couple bonus knives. One of the things I think everyone could do well with, and something that's underused by a lot of folks in the kitchen, is a set of shears right there. You got a sharpening steel. You've got a smaller prep Santoku-esque, not really Santoku, but another prep knife, and a small serrated vegetable knife. Very good set. It doesn't have too much fluff. That's something where I think some kitchen knife sets overwhelm you with the amount of things you get, but it's often not the best quality or the stuff you really want or really actually need. This is a good compromise there. Good solid baseline of stuff without overloading you with like needless stuff. If you don't want to spend 200, if you don't need as much, just the chef knife right now, normal price is 140 bucks, just 50 bucks right now. Huge discount on an actual German-made forged chef knife. Hard to go wrong with that right there, and it is nice and solid. Those are all the deals I have to show you, but I do have one more thing to talk about. Normally on Saturdays, we do what we call our Knife AQ series, where we answer questions from our audience here. So if you have a question, feel free to leave it down below. And I'm going to bring in our most serious question segment from that into this video, just to have a little fun. Because our final question of the day is, of course, our most seriousest question of the day, which today is from EDC and Lace. DCA, most serious question. You only have a folding knife, and you have to carve a terribly overcooked turkey. What pocket folder are you using? P.S. Happy Thanksgiving, DCA and Thomas. So it definitely depends on the level of overcooked. If it's real bad, we might need to bring the carcass splitter into things here. But you said pocket folder. And the answer there is definitely the CRKT Ritual. It's fancy. It's got that upswept scimitar-like blade that's going to slice and butcher the turkey quite nicely. And, any good Thanksgiving meal has some ritual built in. So it's even got the right kind of name for the job. Well, that's all we've got for today, folks. Let me know what you thought of the deals, and if you want to get your hands on any of them, check out the links in the description, which will take you to KnifeCenter.com. Where in addition to our newly added Sezzle payment option, so you can split payments up on some more expensive knives if you like, don't forget about our Knife Rewards program, because whether you're buying for yourself or someone else this time of year, you can at least earn some free money to spend on a future purchase. I'm David C. Anderson from the Knife Center. That's Thomas behind the camera, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. See you next time.